Hello everyone, myself Prashant Tyagi, legal intern from Team Lexus and Company. I hope you all guys are safe and healthy, and I hope you like my previous video. Please like, share, comment on my videos and subscribe our channel Lex Click for getting latest updates. Today in this video, I am going to discuss the topic good governance and fundamental rights. In this video, I will cover the three major points of the topic good governance and fundamental rights, that is meaning of good governance, origin, and the good governance and the fundamental rights. The another points will be discussed in the part 2 of this video for tomorrow. So let's start this part 1 for today. First of all, we discuss the meaning of good governance. Good governance is associated with efficient and effective administration in a democratic framework. It is considered as citizen friendly, citizen caring, and responsible administration. Good governance emerged as a powerful idea when multilateral and bilateral agencies like World Bank, UNDP, ADB, etc. realized that projects successfully sustainably depends on conditions of good governance in the aid receiving the countries. In general, good governance is perceived as a normative principle of administrative law, which obliges the state to perform its functions in a manner that promotes the values of efficiency and non-corruptibility and responsiveness to civil society. According to the World Bank, good governance is a manner in which the power is exercised the management of a country, economical, social resources for development of the country. United Nations Development Program, while defining concept of good governance, placed greater emphasis on sustainable human development, the emphasizing the human development, the elimination of poverty and public administration. As per the Oxford Dictionary, administration means a management of a business institution, a government agency, the management of public affairs, government, administration of justice. Govern or governance means a rule or control with authority, conduct the policy of affairs of the government and organizations. Now we discuss the origin of the good governance and the fundamental rights. The use of a term good governance was initially articulated in 1989 by the World Bank publication. The concept of good governance is in international law has also been well received under the rubric of human rights. Increasingly, the international development literature, the concept of good governance parallels a normative formulation which reflects the degree to whom which is promulgates the University of Civil, Cultural, Economical, Political, Social, etc. rights. The United Nations High Commissioner of Human Rights identifies 5 key attributes of good governance are transparency, responsibility, accountability, participation, and responsiveness. The concept of governance is as old as human civilization. Speaking on the basis of experience of the medieval period and times of colonial rule, in particular in the continents of Africa and Asia, some political scientists would use sarcasm in describing the system of governance. One scientist said, "The marvel of all history is the patience with which men and women submit to burdens unnecessarily laid upon them by their government." Yet others would not mind words describing the business government thus. So the government go in a strange paradox, decided only to be undecided, resolved to be irresolved, amendment for drift, solid for fluidity, all powerful to the impotence. The world has come long way since the times of such skepticism. The majority of the members of the states of the country, of the community and nations today are founded on the principles of welfare states, run with full participation of the respective inhabitants, striving to achieve the common good and in the process affording optimum opportunity and involvement for growth of the individual so as to serve the social interest. This has led to evolution of good governance as opposed to mere governance as the umbrella concept encompassing within it a system of governance that is able to unequally discover the basic values of society. Now discuss the third point good governance and fundamental rights. It is the final point for the part 1 video. good governance and fundamental rights. The Karnataka Lokayuk Honorable Mr. Justice N. Santosh Hegde is the first CIPSS Foundation Day lecture that the good government is a fundamental right of a citizen and the democracy both. Such governance includes factors as transparency and accountability. It also includes values such as justice and equity. It must ensure that the citizens, especially the poorest, basic needs are met, that they have a life with dignity. Good governance implies an administration that is sensitive and responsive to the needs of the people and the effective in coping with emerging challenges in a society by framing and implementing the laws and measures, and includes strict rules of accountability. It could be centered or community groups or individuals and based on a notion rights as inherently comprising duties. Rulers must be strictly bound by journal accepted norms and controlled by institutions to enforce those. Good governance must be made a fundamental right and justifiable. There was a scope of corruption within the constitutional framework as well outside it is. The concept of good governance has been clarified by the work of the Commission of Human Rights. Its resolution 2064 expressly linked good governance to an enabling environment conducive to the enjoyment of human rights and promoting growth of sustainable human development. By linking good governance to sustainable human development, emphasizing principles such as accountability, participation in the enjoyment of the human rights. The resolution stands as an implicit endorsement of the right-based approach to development. The following section builds on the ideas of democracy and democratic governance, that is, good governance relative to the development process. The Human Development Report 2002 further elaborated the concept of democratic governance, that is, the governments that would promote human development like the concept of good governance. But the concept of democratic governance concerns political freedom and human rights, the removal of discrimination as central objective. The reform agenda would aim at building institutions and rules that are not just efficient but also fair and that are developed through a democratic process in which all people have a real political voice. Democratic government thus incorporates into the notion of good governance for development, democratic process and institution, and are concerns with the securing of the political and civil rights and freedoms, human rights of the people of the country. Hence, this all for the video. This is the part 1 for the good governance and fundamental rights. Another points and the remaining points will be discussed in the part 2 of this video that will be come tomorrow. I hope you like this topic. I hope you like my video. Please like, share, comment and subscribe our channel. Let's click for getting latest update. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay tuned. Have a nice day.